everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How is everybody today? I hope you are all in the holiday spirit. I am. I'm sporting my Santa scarf and my crazy Christmas tree glasses for at least a few moments, but I hope that all of you are able to take in the joys of this season and spend some time with family and friends, and really embrace what we have done and think back onto 2022 and look at all the things that you have accomplished. It's been one of those years that it's been a little bit of a struggle, a little bit tough. So it's always really good to sit back and reflect on all of the fantastic things that you did, to see how far you've come, and give yourself a little pat on the back, because that's really, really important to do that. Give yourself a little bit of self-love, especially right now during the holiday season. And we just had winter solstice as of last night. So Yahoo, now we can start counting down the days until spring. We can get more daylight in our day. And that is definitely what I miss. Even though I love having the glow of the candles in my home, I definitely do miss the longer days. So tonight, I just wanted to chat with you a little bit about energy, and I'm going to take my glasses off, talk a little bit about energy. I took a class last month. It was a money class. It was really fascinating. And it was all about the relationship you have with money. And, some of us have really great relationship with money. Money comes and goes and flows with ease. And then others have a little bit of trouble with money. It doesn't come in as quickly, or it goes out too quickly. And one of the things that they talked about was seeing money as a person, as your friend, which I thought was really kind of interesting, because I was always taught in earlier times that money is energy, right? It's just a shift of energy from one thing to another. And so changing that and flipping it into actually seeing it as a person and having a relationship, having a friendship with it, right? Sitting down, talking to money was a really interesting concept, and one that I've been playing with over this last month. So I will let you know how it goes over the next coming months as I sit with this concept and play with it. But it really did shift the energy for me about how I saw money, right? We bring in a lot of things about money from our childhood, from what our parents have taught us, what their parents have taught them. So there's this long lineage of how we feel about money, and clearing out some of those old beliefs that no longer serve you. Now, they may have served them in a purpose in a lifetime, but it doesn't serve you any longer in this lifetime. And so clearing out some of those beliefs, and then flipping and changing that relationship with money to see how it changes within your life. So it's a concept that I am working with and anxious to share with you all down the road. So you will see how that goes. I'm actually taking part 2 of this class. It was quite fascinating. I'm taking part 2 of this in February, the first part of February. So it'll be interesting to see what little tidbits I walk away with from that class as well. So start thinking about that. Everything is energy, right? The trees, the chair that you sit in, everything is energy. And so if you want to shift the relationship, shift it and look at it from a different perspective, like your best friend. And how do you feel about that energy now? I think you'll be amazed at just even the thought of thinking about it differently will shift the energy for you. So play with that. Have some fun with it over this next little bit. and let me know if that shifts for you, what you feel, what you sense, if it has a more friendly feel than it once did before. So take a look at all of those possibilities and shift the energy to make it work in your benefit, because that's what it's all about. All right, we are going to head to the phone lines right now. We have Nancy in Venice, Florida. Good evening, Nancy, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I intend to. Same to you. What can I do for you this evening?
Yes, I would like a message, if you could. My husband passed a year and a half ago, and I feel so lost without him.
I understand that feeling. I'm so sorry for your loss. You know, I'm sure it feels like a lifetime on one hand, and on the other hand, it was just yesterday. So, yeah, I know how you feel. So, let me tune in here and see what kind of a message I can bring through for you. Okay.
That would be great.
Okay. There's going to be just a little moment of silence while I do that, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Whew. Okay, Nancy. Wow, you guys had a really strong connection, a really strong relationship. Um, it's just like I feel this hand like reaching out to you, just in wanting to connect with you, wanting to talk with you, letting you know that he's still here in spirit with you. He's so excited to be here, and he just wants you to know how much he loves you, and that he's here with you all the time. And he's been trying to reach out to you, and he said it's been a little bit difficult to do that.
Is there something I can do to help him? I try to communicate. I try to meditate. I try to feel him.
Yeah, he can hear you. Okay, so it's about you sitting on a different vibrational level than he is, which is so normal for humans. We sit on a very different vibrational plane than in the spirit world. He's just saying, you know, the easiest thing is when you're just going about your daily chores, about your daily business, and just kind of open up your mind and just let it flow, right? Because when we have our mind preoccupied with something, you know, doing dishes, doing laundry, doing chores, our conscious mind is actually doing something, right? It's concentrating on something, which opens up the subconscious mind and allows them to come in. And that's when you start like feeling and sensing them. What you can do is, if you're sitting in meditation, you can ask your guides to raise your vibration. Ask them to raise your vibration so that you can have a connection with him, okay? So that you can sense and feel him. Ask them to show you what that feels like. Because what I'm getting is that you get sensations in your body. right?
Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Yeah. So that's going to be your, what is called your strongest sense of being able to understand spirit. So when you do that, when you ask them to raise your vibration, or when you're thinking and you're doing chores, if you get a certain feeling running through your body, pay attention to that. Okay? Because you're really sensitive to all of that. It's just that it's kind of like your brain is trying too hard. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes, it does. I miss
Okay.
him so much.
I know. I know. And it's going to get easier to communicate. Okay. Your body and you are still going through a little bit of the grieving process, which is also blocking you a little bit. Okay. So don't get discouraged. Don't give up, because it's just gonna get easier and easier. Okay, it's gonna come a little bit easier for you, especially once you get through that real big grieving process, which you have to do, right? That's all
Yeah.
part of it. Okay, so he's just saying, don't give up. He's like, I'm not going to give up trying to communicate with you. um oh my gosh, I'm getting chills. He's showing me how he puts his arm around you,
Oh,
right? Like he comes up behind you and he puts his arm around you on your shoulder.
he used to do that when he was alive as well.
Yes, yes. So that sensation, when you feel that sensation, okay, know that he's there. Okay.
Okay, I will. I try all the time to really to communicate, and I talk to him all the time.
Yeah. He hears you.
Good.
He
He
hears
was
you.
my soulmate.
Oh, yeah. The connection between the two of you is really intense. I could tell the amount of love that you guys had for each other. It was a beautiful thing.
Yes, it was. For 40 years, over 40 years.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I just feel so lost without him.
Yeah. He's saying, follow your inner guidance. You're very strong. You're stronger than you think you are. Okay. And he's saying, don't forget to ask for help, or take the help that's being offered to you. Okay.
Okay.
So he says you are a doer and you're very strong-willed. And he says sometimes that gets in the way of your receiving, which is, he's showing me is also kind of what's blocking you from being able to receive from him. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because you're a giver, right? You give.
Yes, I am.
That's what you do, right? And so you
Yes.
have to be able to receive. Because if you can't receive help from somebody or a compliment, you can't receive from him or the universe either. Okay.
Okay. That sounds good, and I will try that. I keep trying. And I try not to be so strong-willed.
He says that gives you a lot of character, and it's a good thing. It is a good thing. It's just in some instances you have to be able to switch, right? And to to switch and be a little bit more open to that receiving. Okay.
Okay, I will do that, and thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday.
I'll try. And thank you again. I really appreciate it.
You're so welcome. All right. Next, we have Joan in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Good evening, Joan, and welcome
Good
to your
evening.
shine.
Good evening. Thank you very much.
How are you this evening?
Oh, I could be a lot better.
Oh, what can we help you with tonight?
I was calling to see if you had any insight on the two men in my life, Jeremiah or Mark, where that's going and where my financial and my health is going.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Let me take a few moments here and just see what comes through. There's going to be a little moment
Very
of
complicated.
silence. Yeah, I might have to come back to some of those, but let me see what comes through. Okay. And then we can come back if it's not answered, right? Then we can come back to those questions. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me tune in here just for a moment. There's going to be a little bit of silence as I do that, and then I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, Joan, the first image that they were brought to me is just like somebody who is like they're you're very depleted right now. And it's like you're being pulled in so many different directions. It's like you're like a rubberized doll and you're just being stretched and pulled and moved and sometimes not in the direction that you want to go. And so right now it's about you um, really taking some self-care and trying to pull all those pieces back in to you right now because you're being pulled in so many directions. You can't focus on where you need to go next. um, your body is kind of screaming for a little bit of relief, um, just to kind of sit back and take a deep breath. Does that make sense to you?
Kind of, but like I only have a certain amount of time to figure out what needs to be done and which is the best path for me.
Okay. Yeah, I can feel that sense, that piece of you that is like kind of running on that ragged edge, right? Um, and looking at your watch constantly, like what time is it, and where do I need to go? What do I need to do next? It's like the two options that you have, it's like neither one of them look really great for you. You don't feel like those are the answers, right? It's not the path you want to go down.
One's not the path I want to go down, and the other one I do desperately. But is it going to work?
Okay, so what's holding you back?
Nothing right now. We have to both get our finances in order, and I'm pretty much homeless kind of order right now.
Okay. I keep getting that there is a friend in your life that you can kind of lean on right now. That you can lean on to give you a soft place to land so that you can sit down and you can really concentrate on what is needed for you. Okay?
Wish I knew who that was.
Huh?
So I wish I knew who that was. Right now I pretty much feel alone.
Okay. I'm being told you're not alone. Um, You think because of everything that has gone on that you're alone. But there are people out there who are willing to help you, even for a short little bit. People that, it's like this person is somebody that you think you've cut all ties with, that has kind of fallen away in your life, and that's not the case. It's almost like they're showing me you're kind of getting in your own way. That because of what happened, like this falling out, I keep feeling like it's a falling out, that you're being a little stubborn about it. I'm not saying what you went through wasn't a big deal. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to minimize this, because I feel like it really was. However, this person is still willing to help you, right? This person is still willing to extend their hand out. It's a matter of, are you willing to accept it?
Is it a male or a female?
I get the feeling it's a female.
Okay. All right, I have no idea then, because I really don't talk to that many girls anymore.
No, it's a female. And so sit with this for a little bit, okay? Because they're showing me that this person that you had a friendship with, that you had a relationship with, is willing to kind of let bygones be bygones, so to speak. And so it's someone that you can easily lean on for help, right? Not only for possibly a place to stay temporarily, but for advice. This person has really good advice for you, and is going to be able to kind of help you navigate some of those bumpy spots. Okay. Yeah, I was just asking if it was a family member. It's not a family member. It's definitely a friend from your past. Okay. So, somebody you haven't talked to for quite some time. They're saying it's time to rekindle that friendship. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay?
All right. So there's still no clarity in which two men is the best choice, or which one loves me. Like, that's weighing on me so much.
So tell me what their names were again.
Jeremiah and Mark.
It feels to me that it's Mark.
Wow.
There's one that has a very light, one's energy is very light, right? The other one's a little bit heavy. Like he's dragging his feet. He doesn't know what he wants to do. So it feels like that there's some healing here for you, because you're really not set one way. Neither one of these are really. I get the feeling neither one of these are really what you're wanting as an option. So
Jeremiah definitely is, but I just don't know if he's a safe choice. Like, he tells me he loves me, but yet feels like he is kind of dragging his feet. But he's the one that reached out to me. He's the one that said he wants to move in with him when he moves, and he's the one that opened up all that communication again. but he doesn't seem to
Right.
be following through with what he talks about. But then again, I know he has to finish his program.
I feel like there's a lot of indecisiveness with that one. There's no clear path with him. So, you know, I would be a little hesitant with that one. I do believe that he does care for you. But he's going through his own things, his own path.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know that he has the capacity right now to be able to completely give to you or a relationship, if that makes sense.
Will he in the future?
It's going to be a while. It's going to be a little while.
Right.
Yeah.
Over my head and all that.
Yeah. Sit with it. Sit within your heart and not your head when you think about some of these things, because I think you already know the answers.
My answer is Jeremiah. I'm just afraid my heart's going to get broken.
A good possibility. Joan, we're coming down to the last few seconds of our show, so I do have to say good night. I want to thank you so much for calling in.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right, that does it for me. I hope you all have a wonderful and happy holiday. Please feel free to reach out to me. I am doing readings and gift certificates. If you would like to give someone a reading for the holidays, you can reach out to me at my website, wingsofsoulswithjulie.com, or my Facebook pages, Your Time to Shine, or Julie YeagerWalker Medium. Happy holidays, everybody.